Hello there, namaste. So it's been a while since I've seen one of this person's videos, but how Bappa Rawal and Nagbhatta repelled the Arab invaders.
Although their leader was gone, the Arab army still continued their brutal reign of terror in Sindh. Little did they know that a storm was brewing on the horizon, and the names of Bappa Rawal and Nagbhatta were about to echo through the ages as they prepared to confront the very darkness that had plagued the land.
See, this I prefer, because I like people who stand up against, who defend their land. I'm all for defense. I hate the pacifist route. I absolutely despise it. Sure, there are places in life where it's better to just not be violent, but when someone's coming to sack you and yours, eradicate them. Defend. Protect. That is your role. I mean, I'm a man, and as a man, I know that's my role for my family, for my livelihood, for my way of life, is to defend. I could never see myself being like, oh, no. Hold your breath. Bite off your tongue. No. It's better to just sit there and take the blade to your heart. It's better to just lay down your arms and be like, we aren't going to do anything to you, so you shouldn't do anything to us. If the other people have no morals or no decency, they don't care if you're unarmed or anything. So yeah, I always prefer it when I see things and it's just like they pick up arms in defense. I mean, again, that's why I preferred Bengal files over Kashmiri files, because the Kashmiri files, all they were doing was running. Nobody defended themselves. It was just like I couldn't fathom that. I could not fathom that. It's just like you're seeing this happen around you, and you're not killing them in turn. These savages, these animals who parade themselves as human beings, you're not taking them out. But yeah.
The Arab invasions left a devastating trail of suffering in their wake as they imposed unthinkable cruelty and unimaginable horrors upon the people of Sindh.
And that still is going on to this day.
Those unfortunate enough to escape these atrocities sought refuge in the mighty fortress of Chittor. Within those ancient walls, they met with a person that ignited their hopes and rekindled their spirit. Seated upon the throne with an aura of unchallenged strength was a remarkable ruler, none other than Bappa Rawal, a name synonymous with valor and bravery. His presence was a living testament to the heroic spirit of Chittor, and his eyes blazed with fiery determination. Being a proud heir of the Suryavanshi lineage, he refused to stay silent when he heard the heartbreaking tales of persecuted Hindus.
Kill them. Kill them all.
While his ministers cautioned and restrained, citing the distance of Sindh, Bappa's resolve remained unshakable, for he had personally witnessed the unspeakable atrocities inflicted upon Aryabharat.
See, that great. He didn't cower and wait for them to come to him. He took it to them. That's the last thing they'd expect. You don't want them to be prepared to raid and invade you to where they can get access to your people. You attack them when they're least expecting it because they think their actions to this point will lead fear to other people and people will cower in their sanctuaries. No, you go and butcher the monsters who parade themselves as human beings. You go and butcher them.
Sacred cows slaughtered, sisters dishonored, and revered idols trampled by the invaders' boots. With a solemn vow made to Eklingji Maharaj, Bappa Rawal pledged to impart a lesson of unimaginable consequence to these barbaric intruders. A lesson that they would never forget. In a single day, Bappa Rawal marshaled his forces and embarked on a march towards Sindh. The Arab invaders were caught off guard with no escape route in sight. As Bappa's army advanced, that descended upon the militias like an avenging force of Mahakal. Yet, it was not merely Bappa's physical form leading the charge. It was the divine power of Shiv and the blessings of his guru, Rishi Harit, working through him to save Aryavarth from...
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's just like when you're dealing with monsters, sadly, you have to be monsters in turn. You attack them in the dead of night. You attack them when they're not expecting it. You don't blow horns. You don't do that. They've been eradicating people left and right. They've been taking advantage of women. They've been destroying sacred areas. And it's just, they've already defiled so much. You have to go and just eradicate them. They're not human beings. That's the sad part, is they view... It's kind of like one of those things. You have to treat them the way they treat you. Like, treat the golden rule. But you should never devalue a human life. But at the same time, at this point in time, they're no longer human. They're monsters in human form. And that's the sad part, because nowadays they basically talk about, oh, that person's a lizard man, or that person's this, and then people can justify how they act in certain things. But no. The only time there's a justification is when you yourself are being targeted. If someone breaks onto your own personal land, eradicating your family, your friends, your people, then you have the right to pick up arms in self-defense. Like if someone comes into my house, I have the right to gun them down. It's my self-defense. I don't want someone coming into my house and causing fear on my life, my family's life. Sadly, I view that of my family and my baby boy, who my dog, over the person who's invading my house. It's just right. It just makes sense. That's why I've always said it's like defense is one of the most important things. I always advocate for that. I always advocate for being able to defend yourself. Don't expect law enforcement to do it. Don't expect the army to do it. The people need to have the ability to defend themselves. It's just a necessity. Because you have to view it, each person, as well as the nation, as well, everyone should have the same and equal rights. If the nation has the right to defend itself from another nation, why can't the person have the right to defend himself from another person? Again, it should always be defense. Always defense.
His military genius earned him the title of Kal Bhoj, the one who became the harbinger of the doom for the invaders. When the cruel Arab governor of Sindh, Amir Junaid, mustered an army of 60,000 soldiers, the response from the Bharatiya kings was swift and united under the banner of Nagbhatta I. With their strategic brilliance, they encircled the Arab army, throwing it into utter chaos and devastation. The Arab cavalry crumbled, and Amir Junaid met his end in the heart of the fierce battle. The defeat they suffered at the hands of Nagbhatta I's army was so brutal that the Arabs bestowed upon him the title of the biggest enemy of Islam. Bappa Rawal and Nagbhatta I did not merely repel the invaders. They chased them beyond the borders of Bharat.
But that's the thing. It's just like the enemy of Islam. I don't believe it really has anything. So, if one group didn't act barbaric and like monsters, then the other group wouldn't in turn have to eradicate them and basically see them as outright evil. There has to be respect. The problem is one group views the other group as inferior. That's the problem. So the other group doesn't give them the respect of an honorable battle. Yeah.
All the way to Arabia. The fear instilled in the Arab minds was so profound that for the next 3 centuries, not a single Arab dared to invade the sacred land of Bharat.
Nice. I like that. I like that. Oh. Because that's the thing. A lot of people make things about religion. And sometimes, yes. Some, like religion, there are hate groups in every religion. And some are actually prone to more hate than others. It's just factual. It's just factual. Historically factual. Because we've had the Great Crusades. We've had the the Turks empire. We've had the British Empire. We had Alexander the Great pushing his forces down south. The Roman Empire pushing their forces and their beliefs. It's always sure. Some of them is political. Some of it is religious. But it's all problematic. It's all problematic, and it always hinges on the fact that each one of these empires always views the neighbors as inferior. Throughout history, that's always the call for this violence. The Roman Empire used barbarians. The Turkish, it was more like infidels, and yeah, they don't deserve their lives. Same thing, I guess. It just, that's how it is. You use those terms to basically devalue human life, so that way, oh, you're the superior. You can go and eradicate them because it's okay. Same kind of concept was used on U.S. soil. Sure, some of it was barter and trade, and sadly, the Native Americans had no clue, so it was basically theft at that point. They had no clue what barter and trade and what they were exactly giving away at the time, and some of it was outright eradication and hunting. They come across a cannibalistic group, eradicate them. That's just how it was. And sadly, those mindsets still exist to this day. Still exist to this day. The I'm right, you're wrong, you deserve to delete yourself, or someone deserves to delete you for not thinking that way. It's infested its way everywhere in the world. I mean, heck, you can see YouTubers and streamers basically talking that rhetoric because they're on the right side of history. There is no right side of history. There's just history. There is just history. Oh, I like that. I like that. You always you have to defend. It's always about defense. It's never about attacking. It's always about defending and holding what is yours. Thank y'all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.
You guys got a video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait, like that.